Hello, Kaspar. Welcome to Exponaut podcast.
Hi.
Um how are you today? Can you share a bit about yourself?
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here. Um, Today I'm a bit tired, but that's fine. Overall, I'm doing very great. We have had a fantastic year preparing the Opinion Festival, which we're going to talk about in the coming minutes. But overall, I think it has been a good year, and today will be also a great day.
That's great. Can you tell me more about the Opinion Festival? When is it? What are
Well,
you doing there?
where to start? I think this question can take days to answer, but I will try to keep it very short. Well, Opinion Festival started in Paide, where we are right now, in 2013, and the idea came from actually from Sweden, where there's a festival happening over 60 years called Almedalen Week, and the idea was brought to Estonia by Kristi Liiva, and the Estonian society was ready for a democracy festival on 2012-2013, and then it started here in Paide and has stayed here since now, and it will hopefully keep happening here and won't move anywhere. And the Opinion Festival is basically the core of the festival is discussions that are moderated, that are prepared for, and spoken to the people who are coming to listen and to participate. We're not a regular conference because people can always participate, ask questions, vote, and do stuff like this because we want everyone to be a part of it. And what distinguishes it from conference is that it's outdoors only.
Mhm.
So if there's rain, then people gather under small tents, and the discussion is very intimate, but it always continues. So yeah, that's what we're doing here. And I've been head of the festival for 5 years now, but I've been volunteer with the festival from the beginning.
Mhm.
So I've done all the kind of works you can imagine. I've done everything from building the stages, dragging around boxes, lights, being head of the security, head of parking. I've done basically anything you can do with the festival that I'm capable of. So it has been a great ride. And when I got the head of the festival position, um, I had so many ideas what to do differently, what would I change. So it was like a very smooth way of how it all worked out.
So you know it in and out everything.
Yes, I breathe the festival, so I know everything by heart. If you wake me up in the middle of my deepest sleep, I know I can answer almost anything with the festival. It's in every piece of me.
What would you say are the key things that have changed over time?
Well, a lot has actually changed, but since we're so young festival, 12th year this year, we still consider ourselves, a young festival. So we change something every year basically because we also collect thorough feedback from the visitors, from organizers, and with the feedback we analyze it and we try to implement some changes that people have proposed. So we discuss them with our team, with some other partners, if we should do something. Well, the changes, some of them are easy. The number of discussions have grown a lot. At the first festival, there was about 50, I think so. This year we have a little bit over 200 discussions. We have 24 discussion stages, so there's 24 discussions happening simultaneously, so
Mhm.
people can participate only in one, but with the digitalization, you can actually take part of all of them during the year. And of course, the organization have gotten so more professionalized.
Mhm.
So we have more people on our payroll because the first years it was only volunteer based, but things won't happen all forever on volunteer basis. So we have had to hire some people, and we have more and more volunteers too because the festival can only happen with our volunteer help. So we have about 250 people volunteering to give their time, give their skills in order to make the festival happen.
Yeah, I also agree that as I've seen, it's grown like a lot over time, and I think it's kind of like a flagship democracy promoting festival in Estonia. It has like a very big like following, and you're open to public, and
Yes.
yeah, you have to arrange all of the speakers. Like you have so many visitors. How do you manage? What kind of tools you use? How do you keep it all together?
Yep, thank you for the compliments. I think so too, that we have established ourselves very well in Estonia and also in the region too, because we have about 10 to 12% of the discussions are in English. So actually we're open to anyone, even in Estonia or abroad. And since we record all the discussions, so you can actually listen to them, wherever you are in the world. And the festival is free for everyone to participate, so we want to be open to anyone. And my idea has been that even if the ticket is €1, then I believe there's at least one person in Estonia who can't participate anymore. And we don't want this, so we rely on our supporters, on our donors to make it happen that way. So I thank you to all of them, yes. But we use, we like it's... we use a lot of digital tools, but we also have a lot of things only in people's heads, basically. So I know a lot of things. Some of my team members know something that I don't know, and the information just somehow comes together. So I think we haven't been too good using digital tools, but we're getting better. We're trying to implement new stuff every year to leave a better footprint behind also, so that people could learn about the festival, could find out more, and not only through those kind of interviews, but also reading and stuff like this.
Yeah. So I think one of the key times, especially for like event organizers to go or like embrace the digital side, was during the pandemic, because people couldn't, or it was kind of restricted to attend physically. Do you think, or how did this change for Opinion Festival?
Well, it changed a lot, because the first year I became the head of the festival was the first COVID year. So I was thrown into cold water trying to swim out of it. We were in very close contact with the Estonian Health Board and with the Estonian government, because we really wanted to have the festival physically. A backstory of it is that our festival belongs to the Democracy Festival Association, which we have 12 or 13 members now in Scandinavia and in Europe. And we were the only festival that happened physically. All the other festivals, they either cancelled or did something digitally. And I think we came out the best from COVID, because we managed to host a festival here in Paide, in our festival grounds. Of course, it was much smaller, and we followed all the rules. People had to register to come to the festival. And if we usually have 10,000 people visiting the festival within the 2 days, we only could have 2,000 people on one day. So we had to register. We put fences around our area, which is very against our idea, because we want to be open to everyone. But during those years, those 2 years, we couldn't. So yeah, we had to take a lot of measures to actually host the festival, but we really wanted to do it, and we found a way. And the second COVID year, we were the first big event that had to check for COVID passes. So which people didn't have them a lot. They had some trouble finding them, downloading them, and everything. But also we managed to do it, and then I think we had 5 or almost 6,000 people visiting the festival, and as far as we know, nothing happened. No one got sick. No one carried COVID around the festival. So the people who came to the festival were very responsible, and we were very, very cautious of organizing it. And I'm glad we made it, because the digital festivals that happened in Scandinavia, the organizers were not happy, because the results were really weren't very good. Because if you want promote democratic discussion, you need to see a person. If
Mm-hmm.
it's through a camera, then I think it's much harder to promote the idea that we have.
Right, but do you still now also use like broadcasting, or you record all of the speeches so you
Yes.
can?
Yes, we actually started it on the COVID second year, where we recorded all the discussions. So a month after the festival, so in the mid September, we launch all the podcasts of all the discussions. Of course, organizers, if they have a very specific topic or they have some stories that they don't want to be published, of course, we don't publish them. But but now for the last 3 years, we have had all the discussions recorded and published as podcasts, and we have a lot of listeners, which
Yeah.
is very nice. So, for example, last year we had 174 discussions, and up today we have about a little bit less than 100,000 listenings that we can see in the statistics, which is actually very good number, and people use those podcasts a lot. And the next step we want to do is to start transcribing those discussions, because for people, if you want to search some kind of data from some of the discussions, it's so much easier to just press Control F and
Yeah.
find the words or find the speakers. So now we're trying to do for this year to start testing it, because there are some good AI tools that actually can transcribe the 90-minute discussion, which is actually a huge job for the program itself. And the first tests are very positive, and I think we can start using it a little bit more this year, and for 2025 and further more and more, because this also gives us opportunity to leave a bigger footprint behind, so people can use the data that is shared at the festival.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what you mentioned, that it's been very successful for you, um, because yeah, sometimes event organizers are a bit like afraid of that. Why do I record? People want the face-to-face interaction, and like it's so much hassle, but it proved to be like beneficial. So I think it's a
Yeah,
very good thing.
yeah, I think so too. Of course, if there is someone, as I told before, if there's anyone who says that they don't want to be recorded, of course we totally understand. We cut them out. We don't publish that recording. But if mostly people want that their discussion would live on after the festival, and that more people could be a part of it. As I told, there's 24 discussions this year happening simultaneously. So those people who are at the festival grounds, they can only take part in
Yeah.
one. So, but if you want to listen to 5 discussions that happen at the same time, then your opportunity is those podcasts. And also, it's very good. You put the podcast on your earphones and you go walk outside. And 90 minutes is a very good walking time in the evening. So we actually promote people's health too.
Oh, that's true, right? Um, for your visitors, this year you're using this Exponaut software for provoke visitor engagement, for people to interact with each other, to network. Is this something you've wanted to do for a long time? Have you tried to do this before? What do you expect from it?
Yep, we are using it, I would say, again, because I think in 2015 or 16, we had a program from Sweden that they used at their democracy festival called Mingla, but it didn't really work because I think people weren't ready, that kind of professional meetup. So, but right now I think people are more ready to actually, and more courageous to meet with others in that sense. So I really believe that the Exponaut platform and the meetup part there really will work this year. But of course, every new thing takes time to settle in. But I'm really glad that we found you, and that you came on board so well that we can start doing something great for the festival and for the people who visit it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that as an Estonian, people are like a bit closed or maybe afraid to approach, maybe this could be something that helps for like introverted
Yes.
people to connect more or be more courageous to actually,
Of course, because our festival is the basically the only place where you can see all the parliament members. You can see businessmen. You can see people that you're used to seeing on the TV or reading from the papers. You can see them here in Paide walking around very freely, uh, and that's and they're open here to to random people going speaking with them. So I think this is very important. Aspect also, that if people are afraid to just approach them in their lunch table or after some discussion, then maybe they can do the first step digitally and then meet them
yeah,
physically at the festival area, and we really will push it this year and hope that people will use it.
we will see. Let's hope so.
Yes.
Um, Also for the organizing part, you said you've been grown from volunteering and you use lots of volunteers
Yes.
for your event. How do you manage them? How do you find them? And then the day, like, how is this going?
No, it's not as it's not as hard as my site was, but we have like long-term volunteers that have been with us for a number of years, and most of them are locals because they care about something great happening at their hometown, because there's not much happening in Paide besides Arvamus Festival. We have a great football team and we have some more small pieces here, but something on that scale that brings Paide to the map of Estonia and the map of Europe. We don't have it. So we have volunteers, locals, and a lot of people actually come through our form that is open on our webpage every day, 24/7. You can sign up to be a volunteer, and we can find team for maybe 90% of those people. Of course, the closer to the festival, the teams are filled up with people, so we don't actually need so many people that apply. But yeah, without volunteers, it's impossible. And of course, as I like to say, we carry our volunteers on our hands because we really take care of them. We have events all year round for them, fun, educative events, so just to keep people together, build a team vibe around them. And then during the festival days, we feed them, we find them place to sleep, we take care of them, they can have rests, they can have snacks. We have a very good team, closed area where they can hang out. So we really want that experience be more than just, I gave my work voluntarily, but we want them to receive something back. So it's a big work, but as I've said many times, that without volunteers, none of the festivals would have happened. So yeah, this is a big thing.
It's, yeah, like building this community.
Yes,
For
yes,
yeah.
it is definitely. Yep.
A bit more about the digital needs of an event. What, in your experience, Exponauts platform and our collaboration brings?
Well, as I told you before, also volunteers are one of the rocks that the festival is built on, and the other one is our supporters, our donors. Without whose help we could do anything here in Paide. So I think Exponaut offers them a great platform to be more visible, because our festival area is quite clean. We don't allow a lot of branding and a lot of stuff like this, because we want the main focus to be on the discussions and the content that's happening during the discussions. So Exponaut offers a new way or a new channel for them to be visible also, and to say that, hey, I support this festival, and I think this festival is great for Estonia, and we're proud to support it. And I think Exponaut offers this channel very, very well. And also I think it helps better to understand different companies that, oh, you're doing this too. Oh, we are supporting them too. And maybe this helps them to connect on some other level too. And I think this is something that Exponaut can offer.
So it's like a space for them to be seen in one place.
Yes.
But also, as you said, like you're trying to keep the festival grounds clean. So it's also kind of like a sustainable way to like market
Of
or show
course.
yourself, so you don't have to have the printouts or anything.
Yes,
And
yes. We don't actually really, we don't like if companies print, banners or stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
this. We only allow like a natural things. If you already have it on some kind of wood that you have done stencil that I
yeah,
don't know, Delia or something on it, then this is okay. But we don't want printed banners and stuff. And our visitors are the people who come to the festival. They don't like to see them. So we try to keep the area clean, but also find new ways for our supporters to be visible. So this is something that Exponaut covers very well.
that's great. Is there anything you would recommend to other event organizers, because you have this over 10-year baggage of organizing this or being part of?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things I would like to tell them, but but I think one thing is that don't give up easily. It's hard times will attack you a lot. There are a lot of hard times. I've been through a hell, with organizing the festival, but we've come through and we're here. We're happy. The festival is still happening in Paide and it's not going anywhere. So I think it's important not to give up easily, just to power through the hard times and learn from your mistakes. I think that's really important, and we should more look through the front window and not to the back window, because we have to see the things that are in front of us, not so much that are in the back. Of course, we should learn from our mistakes, but the main focus should be in the future.
Is there any like super memorable moments or anything fun happened?
Every day is fun.
Every day?
Basically,
But
every
can you
day is new.
tell me like a short story?
Oh yeah. I don't know. I actually don't like. There's so many stories that have happened. Every day is a story. Basically, we create the new stories every day with the festival too, with the team that we're organizing. Just last weekend we had a very good volunteer gathering in Paide again, and the people who come together, their shiny eyes, they want to work, they want to hang out, and they want to be a part of the festival team. And this is something that makes my heart so warm, because I'm only alone. I have a team of 5 with me, and then the volunteers. And if their eyes are bright and shiny and they're happy, then this makes me really happy too.
That's great. We also think you're like a great bunch of people doing the good and right thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And yeah, I really appreciate the overall idea of the festival, and how you always, as you said, looking forward and implementing new things, and always like growing. So that's it's seen, it's appreciated. So
Thank you.
keep on going.
Thank you. We're trying a lot.
But yeah, thank you for today. Thank you for the interview.
Thanks.
And see you in August in
Yes.
Paide.
Yes. Thank you.